I have received a lot of inquiries from many of you concerning the way that I run a monthly sponsorship program as a creator without using Patreon, and asking me what are the benefits of doing it this way. Hi, I'm Dave with Kalyana Design, and in this video I will show you how you too as a creator can establish a monthly sponsorship program, and not only, using very simple and free tools that are out there just waiting for you. And if you find the video instructions a little bit too technical, nobody stops you from asking the help of your children or grandchildren, who I am sure will be delighted to help you. As some of you know, last year when I started my sponsorship program, I also started with Patreon, but it only lasted about, I don't know, 3 weeks, a month, maybe, something like that. And that is when I realized that for what Patreon was not offering, they were cashing a lot of commission. Now, don't get me wrong, Patreon was a road opener, and it got people used to the idea that if they want access to the knowledge of a creator, it is okay to sponsor them. And also there are some people who just love to watch the act of creation, and if they want more creation, then they are happy to help the creator with the expenses necessary. So anyway, getting back to Patreon, as I said, I realized that Patreon, the only thing that Patreon was offering me was the opportunity to have a page on their website. And of course, them being a big website, that would give a little bit of exposure. But that was it. Patreon doesn't offer any kind of storage for your digital material that you offer as rewards for your patrons on Patreon. I call the ladies who sponsor me sponsors, even if patron of arts is a more appropriate term. But anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. So why should I pay all those fees and commissions and wait for my money and have the people who are my patrons wait until they are able to access all the rewards and all that? So I went ahead and I first started doing exactly what I will show you in this video. Later I opened the website and I acquired the software that handles monthly sponsorship, and also I can store my digital files on my own website, but I will show you a way you can do so, again with minimum expense and in a very safe and private way. First, you will need a PayPal account. I know some of you are not very happy about PayPal, but unfortunately you need somewhere to be able to receive your money. If you have a personal account, upgrade it to a business account. If you already have a business account, then just skip over this section, but you can upgrade it. Then another good thing is to request your prepaid debit card once you're upgraded to the business account, because that will allow you to have instant access to whatever money you receive, and you won't have to wait or be able to make only PayPal payments online. And if you're at it, why don't you ask for a card reader, especially if you're going to sell to fairs? This will be something absolutely fabulous, and you can get credit card and debit card payments without having to resort to email. Now let's see, besides the PayPal fees, if you are on Patreon, what are the fees you're getting. As I said, Patreon has gotten much better in terms of fees. Before the rollover they did in December of last year, the fees were going up to like 14%. Now they are less, but still there is a lot of fee for not much of services given. And you will still have to pay your PayPal fees if you connect with PayPal on Patreon. So why not pay just the PayPal fees? Now you can see there is a fairly good monetary difference that makes it much better. Then you will need a place online that you can call yours, and that allows you to write HTML coding. And I will put a link in the video description on how you can open a blog on blogger.com. Once you have your blog, just create a page. Simply create a new page. Make sure in the beginning you are in the custom tab. Write whatever, name the page however you want, monthly sponsorship or whatever. It will appear as a tab on your blog. Then tell people what this whole thing is about. You know, if you want to become my sponsor, please click the button below. Then make sure you leave 3 or 4 return spaces. Then describe what are the perks that you are offering for each of the levels of sponsorship. Of course, I'm just giving you an example. Once you are done with all that, and remember, don't forget to leave those returns between the first line that explain click on the button below and what follows. Then click on the HTML tab, and now you'll be faced with a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo that looks like Greek to you. Now let's get back to PayPal, and you have there tools, and select all tools. You will get a page with a whole bunch of tools that PayPal is offering you. Scroll down until you get to PayPal buttons. Click on that, and you will be offered a whole bunch of selections of PayPal buttons. Select subscribe button. Then you can name your button however you want, because that will be just for your information on PayPal. Then you get to select how many different levels or tiers you want to establish for your monthly sponsorship. Describe each of them so people know what exactly they are going for. After which you start editing your options. This will be like a drop-down menu that people can select. And by the way, don't forget to mention that in your description of click the button below. In the drop-down menu, select your level of sponsorship. And then you just define what are the levels of sponsorships you want to offer. And PayPal offers you 3 options, but you can add more. And how many options you want to offer, from $1 to $100, just one by one. Once you have done all that, you don't need to worry about anything else properly. So all you do is to go all the way to the scroll down on the page until you see create the button, and you will get a code. Click on the copy code, select code, and then right click and copy it, or use Ctrl+C and copy it. Go back to the tab with your page, go somewhere in between those BR things and paste your code. Now let's go back in the Compose tab, and this is how it's going to look. You can even choose to preview it to see how it will look live on the blog. And this is how it will look. And then just simply save your page. This is pretty much it. Anybody who will sign up for this will be able to become your monthly sponsors. And because you have upgraded to a PayPal business, they don't have to have a PayPal account. They can pay simply with a credit or debit card. To create a donation, one-time donation button, you do the exact same thing. Create a new page, go in the compose, explain what the button is about, and then again you click on the HTML after you leave yourself enough returns, enough line breaks. Click on the HTML. And then simply do exactly like you did for the subscription, only that when you select in the All Tools the button, the PayPal buttons option, instead of clicking on the subscription, you click on the donate button. And you do the exact same thing. Make sure that you allow your potential people who want to donate, let them choose how much they want to donate. Don't try to impose on people how much they should donate. And once again, copy and paste your code. And there we are. Again, we have a brand new page that will show like a tab in your blog, and people can go in and donate how much you want. Yes, you can put it on the right column, but that's a little bit more complicated, so I'm not going to go into this. There are several ways you can store your digital goods for your sponsors. One would be to upload on YouTube unlisted and then let your sponsors know by email what is the link. Now this doesn't really ensure any kind of security and safety because the link can be shared. You can also create not a closed group but a secret group on Facebook. That way you will not be able to, the group won't be able to be found, and you can upload your videos there. So your best bet is to choose the Google Drive. These are the pricing options that you get with Google Drive, and I can tell you that at this point I have almost 600 videos that take about 800 gigabytes on my computer. So $9.99 a month is for 2 terabytes is huge. And also another problem that Google Drive solves is that you cannot just share the link, but you can make it so that when you share the link, people have to log in to Google to access it, and generally nobody is happy to share their credentials with Google. And the other thing is that you can make it just viewable, not downloadable. So this is pretty much it for, it's like a small beginner 101 on how you can develop your creator business without using Patreon, without using all the other sites that take a chunk of your income without offering much in return. I hope that you found this video interesting and useful, and I will make soon a video to show you what are your alternatives to selling online other than Etsy, and why they are much better than you keeping selling on Etsy.